Saturday the 8th of April. It's Easter weekend and it's just past 6 o'clock. Sorry we're a few seconds late starting this evening, but that's the joys of live production. And in the news this week, and we've got lots of news this week for you, Weymouth Hospice Care has been nominated for no less than 4 categories at a leading fundraising award ceremony focusing on legacy giving. That's gifts left to charities in wills. The Smee and Ford Legacy Giving Awards take place in London this April, recognising excellence in a growing and competitive area of fundraising. The 4 categories that Weymouth are shortlisted in are Outstanding Legacy Fundraising Achievement 2023, Most Innovative Legacy Campaign, Outstanding Achievement by a Legacy Fundraising Team, and Excellence in Legacy Pledger Stewardship. The campaign to encourage local people to leave an affordable gift in their will to Weymouth was given a fresh look in 2022 and focused on real members of the nursing and care team at the charity, with a strapline of "To those who need end-of-life care in Dorset, I leave" is followed by the name of the staff member pictured. The campaign has been seen on social media, online, in local magazines, on buses, radio, and even on Sky TV adverts. The award entries were reviewed and assessed by a judging panel that includes some of the biggest names from across the charitable legacies community. The shortlisting was based on matching the criteria for excellence, innovation and impact, with the judges attributing scores against a transparent system aimed at recognising and rewarding inspirational legacy teams and individuals. So good luck to the team from Weymouth Hospice Care in those awards. Nominations are open for Weymouth Mayor's Community Awards for 2023. Do you know someone who goes out of their way to help others? The Mayor of Weymouth is looking for unsung heroes to be nominated for a Community Award. You can now nominate volunteers from your community who deserve a big shout out for the selfless work they do for others in Weymouth. All you need to do is get in touch with your local councillor by the closing date, which is Saturday the 30th of April. To find out your local councillor, visit the Weymouth Town Council website and you will get your local councillor's contact details, and you can get nominating your special local people today. The recipient will be announced at a meeting of Weymouth Town Council's full council on Wednesday the 10th of May, and the outgoing Mayor of Weymouth will then present the awards at the Community Expo on Saturday the 20th of May. So if you want to nominate somebody from the community for outstanding work and selfless work and volunteering, then pop along to Weymouth Town Council website, find out your local councillor's details and send in those nominations. Now, Dorset Council issued a statement this week expressing their opposition to the Home Office announcement to house asylum seekers in floating accommodation at Portland Port. The statement read as follows: "We are aware of the Home Secretary's announcement this afternoon, confirming that the Home Office wishes to proceed with its plans to house asylum seekers in floating accommodation at Portland Port. Dorset Council's position has not changed. We still have serious reservations about the appropriateness of Portland Port in this scenario, and we remain opposed to the proposals. However, the Council will continue to support and acknowledge the concerns of our residents and local businesses." There are a number of questions which the Home Secretary's announcement does not address. We will continue to press the Home Office for answers and await further information. Now, the wearing of masks at Dorset County Hospital will no longer be mandatory from the 11th of April. Cases of COVID-19 are reducing in Dorset, and many healthcare settings in the community, such as GP surgeries, have already stepped back from making masks compulsory. From the 11th of April, staff, visitors and patients at Dorset County Hospital will no longer be required to wear masks in public and non-clinical areas. Surgical masks will still be available in main entrances for anyone who wishes to wear one, and anyone suffering from symptoms such as coughing or sneezing is encouraged to wear a mask to protect others from infection while in the hospital. Masks will still be required in some clinical areas to protect patients who have lowered immunity, and these areas will have notices on entrance doors to advise visitors. There will also be requirements to wear masks and enhanced PPE, such as other such as aprons, etc., in areas treating certain respiratory infections. Dorset will next month be represented at the English Schools Individual Table Tennis Finals by Daniel Scotchmer. Daniel, 15, plays weekly for the Thomas Hardy School in Weymouth and District Table Tennis League and also practices at the Dorset Table Tennis Academy in Christchurch. His successful breakthrough year culminates with an appearance at the finals in Wolverhampton in April. Daniel recently won a very competitive Dorset Schools Boys Under-16s individual competition in Christchurch to qualify for the Wolverhampton event. In a busy month, he was also fourth in the South West Regional Competition for Under-15s in Plymouth, playing against the best players across Avon, Cornwall, Devon, Dorset and Somerset. Daniel has won 26 of his 28 league matches. So good luck to Daniel for the English Schools Finals in Wolverhampton. Here we go. There have been reports of possible drug dealing on a footpath in Wyke, Regis, which has caused Dorset Police to step up local patrols. A Wyke Regis police officer responded to a report from a member of the public concerning the area of the public footpath between Shrubbery Lane and High Street, Wyke Regis. Patrols in the area have been stepped up by Dorset Police as a result of the report. A spokesman for Weymouth and Portland Police said foot patrols were conducted, but no suspicious activity was evident. Patrols will continue. Please continue to report any concerning behaviour or issues that you may have. Now, staying with Dorset Police, officers from Dorset Police are also appealing for witnesses to come forward after a man was assaulted in Weymouth. Dorset Police received a report at around 11:10 p.m. on Wednesday the 5th of April that a man had been assaulted while walking along the esplanade near to the beach control office. It is reported that a man shouted at the victim before punching him in the face. The victim is aged in his 40s and sustained an injury to his face and attended hospital for treatment. The offender is described as white, approximately 20 years old, tall and of slim build, wearing a dark blue hooded top and black trousers. He was with a woman who is described as white, also aged around 20, and petite with dark hair. Staying with Dorset Police, police officers are also appealing for witnesses as they investigate assault on a cyclist in Weymouth. At around 7:30 a.m. on Monday the 27th of March, a woman aged in her 40s was cycling along the Rodwell Trail near to the access point for Sandset Castle when she encountered a man who grabbed the handlebars of her bicycle, causing her to fall. The woman sustained a broken ankle, and the incident was reported to police on Monday the 3rd of April after she had been discharged from hospital. The man is described as white, aged in his 50s, around 6 foot tall and a slim build. He had short grey hair and was wearing dark coloured clothing. Police Constable Toby Norman of Dorset Police said, "I am particularly keen to hear from 2 school children, believed to be aged around 13, who were cycling in the area and may have witnessed the incident. I would urge parents whose children may have been riding in the area to ask them if they may have seen anything." Now, anyone with any information on any of these reports is asked to contact Dorset Police on 101, or if you wish to make contact anonymously, you can do this via Crime Stoppers, which is an independent charity, and this means you can do it anonymously, and you can do this on 0800 555 111, 0800 555 111. Now, Dorset Wildlife Trust have told us this week to tune in as the breeding season begins on their barn owl webcam. Wildlife lovers can watch live at any time of day or night as a pair of resident barn owls nest, breed and raise their young in a nest box at Lawton Meadows. And that's a nature reserve here in Dorset. Last year, 4 chicks hatched, and remarkably, all 4 survived to fledge in the summer. Watching these birds hatch and grow with the help of their parents has brought joy to tens of thousands of viewers over the past few years. Webcam followers can comment on the dedicated Barn Owl Webcam Facebook page at DWT Barn Owl Webcam to share what they have seen and help build a picture of how the pair are getting on. Dorset Wildlife Trust's Dan Bartlett said, "It's already very exciting to be able to view this pair at home in their nest. We are very much hoping that they will successfully breed again this year. The rougher grassland fields of Lawton Meadows provide plentiful supplies of food, such as field voles, to help them to rear their young. Other rough grassland sites in Dorset will also support prey for the barn owls." Now, you can watch the barn owls live And you can visit the website at dorsetwildlifetrust.org.uk/webcam 2023. Nice and easy, dorsetwildlifetrust.org.uk webcam 2023. And I popped along to it earlier today. That picture you can see on screen was a screen snapshot that I took this afternoon from that actual webcam, which is there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for you to watch. Now, charity funds from Dorchester Beerex 2023, organised by West Dorset Campaign for Real Ale and Dorchester Castbridge Rotary, held in February in the Dorchester Corn Exchange, are in the process of being divided up and given to beneficiaries. The event raised a staggering £23,000, with this year's primary charity being the Robert Wyke Centre at Dorset County Hospital. The centre specialises in patient radiotherapy and cancer care services. The festival's main sponsor was the Cerne Abbas Brewery, and the Beerex committee felt it right to nominate the Robert Wyke Centre, as brewery co-owner Victor Irvin has recently received treatment at the centre. A cheque for £8,680 was presented to the Robert Wyke Centre fundraising officer Victoria Hunt by Beerex chairman Chris Davies, followed by a tour of the facilities and a chat by John Payne, the operational manager. Simon Pearson, head of charity at Dorset County Hospital, said, "We want to thank the Beerex committee for selecting the Robert Wyke Centre for their support. We know that organising these events takes a huge amount of work, and we appreciate the efforts of everyone who contributed into making the event such a success." Now, the Dorchester Youth Club and Community Centre in Kings Road, Dorchester, also received £3,400 from the raffle proceeds, whilst others to benefit were the Dorchester Mayor's Charity, the Arts Centre and Ellipse. The Dorchester Beerex will return February the 2nd and 3rd, 2024. So almost a year to go, well, 10 months to go. Dorchester Beerex, February the 2nd and 3rd, 2024. If that interests you, put it in your diary now. Now, colourful artworks will soon be lining the streets of Weymouth as part of a new community project. Weymouth and Portland Marine Litter Project is spearheading an initiative which will see a handful of open-reach boxes across Weymouth painted with the creations of volunteers. The group are encouraging people of all ages with good artistic ability to submit an artwork with a theme of raising environmental awareness and promoting mindfulness of the harm to the sea, wildlife, landscape and environment through human behaviour. Jane Furman, co-founder of the Weymouth and Portland Marine Litter Project, said, "This project is about reminding people of delicacy and vulnerability of our surroundings. It's also about making the public aware of what we do. A lot of people are unaware of what is going on under the sea and what happens after they throw litter." The organisation's main objective is to create community-based projects aimed to reduce the pollution from litter in our seas and on our beaches. Mrs. Furman went on to explain that the group had taken inspiration from other towns, including Basingstoke, Shrewsbury and Sheffield, which had created similar projects to the Environmental Arts Trail by enhancing the appearance of the open-reach street furniture. That's those green boxes that you see around the place that have got all the telephone connections in. Now, those wishing to submit their artwork have until midnight on April the 20th, with the shortlist set to be announced on April the 30th. Location of the box is included here in Wyke, Regis, Weymouth Town Centre, the Harbourside, the Seafront, as well as St Thomas Street, as each location has its own problems and sensitivities. To find out more and to find out how to submit a piece of artwork, visit www.weymouthportlandmarinelitterproject.org/art. So that's www.weymouthportlandmarinelitterproject.org/art, or search for Weymouth Marine Litter Project on Facebook. This April, the Shire Hall Museum is hosting family-friendly events inspired by its current exhibition, The Tiger Who Came to Tea. The Tiger Who Came to Tea exhibition, originated by Seven Stories, the National Centre for Children's Books, features facsimiles of original artwork, notes and sketches. The exhibition also offers children the opportunity to step into Sophie's kitchen and meet a life-size tiger. Inspired by the exhibition, Shire Hall Museum is hosting tiger clay workshops and tea with a tiger. On Saturday the 8th of April, that was today, there was a clay making workshop with creative clay when families make their own tiger to take home. using air drying clay. The Tiger Clay workshops were there 10 o'clock to 1 p.m. today. On Saturday the 22nd and Sunday the 23rd of April, you can come along and have tea with the Tiger. A brilliant afternoon for the family. Now, tickets for that are £10 for adults and £8 for children, and booking is essential. If you're interested, please email rsvp@shirehalldorset.org. So that's Saturday the 22nd and Sunday the 23rd. Come and have tea with a Tiger at the Shire Hall Museum. Now, We Are Weymouth Business Improvement District, also known as the BID, has been voted in to continue its work to improve Weymouth. Some 71% of businesses and levy payers in the town voted yes in a ballot to keep We Are Weymouth operating in the town for the next 5 years. Chris Truscott, chairman of We Are Weymouth, said the BID's sole purpose is to support the business districts within Weymouth, and we're privileged to have the opportunity to continue doing this. We Are Weymouth, or the BID, has set out 3 core areas to focus on: improving Weymouth, marketing Weymouth, and shaping Weymouth. In June 2022, We Are Weymouth introduced the Town Ranger scheme to help businesses tackle crime and antisocial behaviour. In the past 2 years, the BID has also set up 2 Elf World Record attempts in the town centre to attract tourists to the town before Christmas. Dawn Rondu is the Chief Operating Officer at We Are Weymouth, said, with over 4 years confirmed for the next term, we're excited to have an even greater impact in making Weymouth a year-round destination for everyone. Winning the next BID term gives us the time to work harder on improving the overall look and feel of the town, and to continue being the voice of our business community when it comes to working with government bodies. Now, the Keep Military Museum Young Historians Group is set to launch a brand new history podcast featuring local people connected to the Dorchester's military history. Young Historians, a weekly after-school club for 14 to 18-year-olds based at the Keep Military Museum, have been working on their new podcast, Keeping It Real, for the past 6 months. The project was led, designed and produced entirely by teenagers, with the group creating a series of podcast episodes with guests such as local military history writer Christopher Jerry and National Serviceman Nick Speakman, who described serving at the Keep when it was still a working barracks. The podcast will be released weekly, with the first episode launching this Thursday, the 13th of April. To celebrate the release of the Young Historians Group, the museum is offering free admissions to history students on the 13th of April. All students need to do is show their school or college timetable for free entry. Episodes will be released on the Keep Military Museum website at keepmilitarymuseum.org/young historians. That's keepmilitarymuseum.org/young historians. Now, lifeguards have returned to Weymouth Beach as the school Easter holidays get underway. The RNLI lifeguard team, Christian, Courtney and Jamie, kept a lookout for bathers on Weymouth on the first day back on duty. Weymouth Beach will be patrolled by RNLI lifeguards until the end of the Easter holidays on Sunday, April the 16th. The team will be keeping beachgoers safe between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. daily. Figures reveal that in 2022, RNLI lifeguards covering West Dorset saved 2 lives, dealt with more than 600 incidents and assisted 93 people. For the 2-week school Easter holidays, Weymouth main beach will have the lifeguard cover. Now, Lime Ridges, Green Hill and West Bay will all be patrolled from July the 8th. So they haven't got to cover for the Easter holidays, but it will start again in July for the summer holidays. And finally, the Weymouth Land Train took its first trip of the season last Saturday. The Mayor of Weymouth, Councillor Anne Weaving, and her escort, Councillor Ken Watley, joined a band of local businesses and families for a tour around the Esplanade Harbour and Hope Square. Tony Poole, who's the owner of the Land Train, said the Weymouth Land Train is an absolute best way to discover Weymouth and provides lots of fun for all ages. The kids really like having their photo taken in the driving seat of the train too. The train will run every day now until September, providing a circular route from the seafront to Hope Square. Many people hop off at Hope Square for the Nose, Fort and Gardens and then hop back on the train when they are ready to return to the seafront. This year, for the first time in a long while, the train will be travelling along the Esplanade during June, July and August, providing a transport link between car parks at Lodmore and the town centre. The land train was reintroduced to Weymouth in 2021 as the country emerged from the COVID pandemic, when Mr. Paul purchased the land train from Merlin Entertainments. Route maps and more information can be found on the website www.weymouthlandtrain.com or by visiting the Facebook group at Weymouth Land Train. Well, we wish them all well running the Weymouth Land Train there through the town from the car parks and across to Hope Square between now and September. Now that's the end of the headlines tonight. Now, as it's Bank Holiday weekend, this weekend we have a couple of short features for you. The first is a taster from Arts Reach of an up-and-coming show called One Man and His Cow by an organisation called Living Spit, which comes to the area in May. Now, as you know, Arts Reach bring a mix of performances to venues across Dorset. Their vision is to enrich the positively impact the lives of people in Dorset by connecting and empowering rural communities through creative and cultural experiences. Let's have a taster of One Man and His Cow now.
Hi, we're Living Spit, and our next show is called One Man and His Cow. And this is Ian Harris, who plays the man.
And Stu plays my son Greg, and also my other son Dickon, and also my daughter Maureen, also known as Little Mo.
Also, don't forget, the most important character in the show.
Stu gets to play the cow.
There we go. That was just a taster of One Man His Cow from Living Spit, which is coming to the area in May. Now, as we know, Arts Reach do provide a lot of different types of performance, from things for the children to music to acting across the whole of Dorset, and they have a really packed programme. And their latest programme, covering April to September, has just been released. I've got a copy through the post. You can go onto their website at www.artsreach.co.uk and get one of those programmes sent to you. Or of course, you can find out all the information of all their up-and-coming events on their website and book tickets. They even now do online stuff as well. So if you're stuck at home and you can't get out, some of their events are online and you can watch them from the joys of your own home. Now, the next piece tonight, we're going to see the second part of my interview with Jeff Thomas from All Saints Church, Wyke, Regis, that I did a couple of weeks ago. And this week we're going to hear from Jeff about the events for the coronation weekend, which is coming up in 3 or 4 weeks' time. And I understand as we get towards the coronation, a big event for the country, that you've also got a day planned at All Saints Church in the grounds for the whole parish of Wyke Regis on, I think it's Sunday the 7th of May.
It is. The coronation itself will take place on Saturday the 6th. That's the big event at Westminster Abbey in London when the new king will be formally crowned. And I believe there's a big concert in London that evening as well, which I'm sure we'll enjoy from the comfort of our armchairs. But here in Wyke Regis, we're planning our own coronation celebration for the next day, Sunday the 7th, as you correctly say. And the idea is that it will start at midday and run till about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And we'll start the day with a bit of a picnic and a concert. Our old friends Weymouth Concert Brass are coming along to entertain us for the first couple of hours or so. And there will be, bring your own picnic, but we'll also be selling burgers and refreshments and hot dogs and there'll be a bar too, which will be licensed. So, there'll be plenty for everyone there. And then when we've done with the sort of most of the picnicking, then we'll have another of our old favourites, the teddy bear zip wire, where we run a wire from the top of the tower here down to the ground and invite the owners of Cuddly Toys to allow their treasured toy to be zip wired all the way down to the ground in perfect safety, of course, and there'll be a nice certificate for their bravery at the end of it. And there'll be stalls too, and we'll be offering tours of the tower and tours of the church and churchyard. So that there really will be something for everyone, and it'll be a lovely, fun afternoon. We just have to keep our fingers crossed a little bit for the weather, because that really helps to make these sort of events. But we'll have fun anyway, whatever the weather. So come along on Sunday the 7th from midday and have an afternoon fun here in the churchyard at All Saints. And I think after that, there's another unusual concert for us on the 10th of June. And actually, it's going to be a lovely concert. It's a concert by a 5-piece Celtic folk band. And they're coming here. They're called Head North. And they're coming here to play Celtic folk music, both traditional, so you might find the odd reel and jig there, but also some progressive stuff at all. So as with many of our events, there definitely will be something for everyone. And that will be another event where you can get a glass of wine and some beer. So lots coming up, Gary. Look out for all of it in our various newsletters, on the website. And once again, if you want to know more, want to speak to someone about it, then give me a call. My number again is 07710 096 174, and you can find all that out on the website too. So we look forward to seeing you at all, if not all, some of these events.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Jeff, for sharing all that with us today. There we go. That's things happening for the coronation in the grounds of All Saints Church in Wyke for the people of Wyke Regis on Sunday the 7th of May. Now, for more information, you can pop along to the parish website, www.parishofwykeregis.org.uk/events. That's www.parishofwykeregis.org.uk/events. Now, it's that time in the programme where we go to our regular contributor, Andrew Wright, for this week's film review and preview.
Welcome to Wyke Regis TV Film Review and Preview. I'm Andrew Wright. This week, the long-awaited Super Mario Bros. Animated movie arrives in cinemas as part of a massive collaboration between Universal Pictures and Illumination, which is the studio that created the Despicable Me franchise, and Nintendo, the game studio which owns and produces the Super Mario games. The film stars Chris Pratt as Mario, Charlie Day as Luigi, Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, and Jack Black as Bowser. The film revolves around Mario and Luigi being sent to an alternate world and becoming entangled in a battle between Princess Peach's Mushroom Kingdom and Bowser's army of Koopas. From the looks of the trailers, the film seems to combine elements from the various games, including the classic platform games, as well as elements of the Mario Kart games. I think everyone was a bit skeptical of a Mario movie, especially after Pratt was announced as Mario, but I'm looking forward to watching the movie. So far, opinion is very much divided 50-50 between critics, but 96% of audiences enjoyed the movie. By the time this segment has aired, I will have watched the film, so stay tuned next week for a review. This week, Ben Affleck's latest directorial and starring effort arrives in cinemas, titled Air. Air is a biographical sports drama film, and it revolves around the sports footwear company Nike going bankrupt in 1984 until they come up with a plan to launch a new shoe line based on the then current landscape of American sports, giving rise to what we know now as Air Jordans. The film also stars Matt Damon, Jason Bateman, and Viola Davis, with Davis playing the mother of iconic basketball star Michael Jordan. The film will eventually stream on Amazon Prime Video, but there is no timetable on that due to the unusual nature of this film's theatrical run. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. Currently the film is receiving very excellent reviews, with 96% of critics and 98% of audiences enjoying the film. I will not be reviewing the film. I have no plans to watch it, so one review I do recommend checking out is Mark Kermode's review. That's quite informative, so check out online for more details. That's all I have for this week, but be sure to check back next week where I will review the Super Mario Brothers movie, because when I'm recording this I'm seeing it today, and I will preview new horror films, Renfield and The Pope's Exorcist. I believe The Pope's Exorcist is already out in the UK, but I didn't preview it this week because I was looking at the American film schedule. It's everything different. So apologies for that. I will preview it next week, even though it'll have been out for a week. So now back to Gary in the studio.
Thank you very much there, Andrew. Now, we do have a trailer for you this week. He's a superhero whether he likes it or not. From Warner Brothers Pictures comes the feature film Blue Beetle, marking the DC superhero's first time on the big screen. Recent college graduate Jamie Rees returns home full of aspiration for his future, only to find that home is not quite as he left it. As he searches to find his purpose in the world, fate intervenes when Jamie unexpectedly finds himself in possession of an ancient relic of alien biotechnology, the Scarab. When the Scarab suddenly chooses Jamie to be his symbiotic host, he is bestowed with an incredible suit of armour capable of extraordinary and unpredictable powers, forever changing his destiny as he becomes superhero Blue Beetle. We're going to watch the trailer for Blue Beetle now from Warner Brothers, and it will be out in cinemas from the 18th of August. So this is an early check of what's in the film, just released in the last couple of days.
Excuse me, Mr. Reyes? You finished scraping the gum off that lounger or what?
Everything right now feels so out of reach.
You always land on your feet, bro. You're Jaime.
They don't get out much.
I just wanna rap.
Jenny?
God, that's my wife.
But do not open it.
You went in to get us jobs, and all you brought back was a hamburger?
Okay, I don't think it's a burger.
You haven't looked?
What the hell is that?
How did you get it to do that?
I think he likes me.
Get it out!
Jaime.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. What the?
Host acquired.
Who said that? It's okay. It's gonna be okay. Space.
Re-entry systems ready.
Wait, no.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
Oh. What is going on?
I just wanna rock.
It's called the Scarab. It's some kind of world-destroying weapon. It's designed to protect its host.
This ain't what you want.
Sometimes it does what you want, and sometimes it doesn't.
Body out of here.
I think I cut a bus in half.
The Scarab chose you, but it belongs to me.
That love you feel for your family makes you weak. I just wanna rock. You won't kill my dog, say no more money, no my side. The universe has sent you a gift, and you have to figure out what you're gonna do with it. That's my heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up the 5.
Whatever you can imagine, I can create.
Let's party.
Nice choice.
I just wanna
Whoa, it's like Batman stuff.
Batman's a fascist.
I just wanna rap.
There we go. That's Blue Beetle by Warner Brother Pictures, out in August. I'm sure Andrew will be reviewing that nearer the time when we've got a chance to see the whole film. Now, it's that time in the programme where we go over to the Met Office to see what the weather has in store for us this bank holiday Easter weekend. Always interesting to see what the weather has on a bank holiday weekend for us. And this week we are joined by Jonathan Vautry.
Hello there. There's been a lot of fine weather around to start off this Easter weekend, and that is continuing throughout Saturday. The earlier satellite image showing a good number of sunny spells. There is a bit of higher base clouds here and there, a bit more lingering across coast of England and Scotland, but that will break up as we head throughout the afternoon, and many of us will see another fine day with some prolonged sunny intervals. It is breezier for Cornwall up into Northern Ireland and northwest Scotland today, so that will just take the edge off the feel of things, but where you're out of the breeze and in some sunshine, it will feel pleasant. Highs above average for the time of year, with temperatures reaching 15 to 17 degrees Celsius. It is worth noting, if you are heading outside, that tree pollen levels are very high at the moment across areas of England and Wales, even high for Northern Ireland and into central areas of Scotland as well. So if your hay fever is triggered by pollen from birch, hornbeam or ash, then you may need a few tissues when you head out to enjoy that fine weather. Otherwise, as we head into Saturday evening, many of us will be remaining dry with some late sunny spells through the evening and those turning into clear intervals overnight. Perhaps a few isolated showers for Northern Ireland as this cloud comes and goes, and we'll see some lower cloud pushing in across areas of eastern England and Scotland once again tonight as well. With the breeze that's around though and that general increase in cloud, temperatures won't be dropping too far compared to what we have seen over recent nights, so largely staying frost-free, and certainly towns and cities will be holding up around 5 to 7 degrees Celsius. As we head into Easter Sunday, the high pressure that has been with us and keeping things relatively settled is just going to gradually push its way off to the east, and that will allow these fronts to push their way in a little bit more from the Atlantic. It is, though, going to make slow progress, and the main thing throughout the day will just be that we start to see a squeeze in those isobars across all areas of the UK. So it is going to be a breezier day for all of us. That will help clear off some of this low cloud in the east, though, throughout the morning. And again, we'll start to see some sunny intervals develop throughout the afternoon. Particularly in the west, the sunshine will begin to turn hazier later on as this higher base cloud pushes its way in ahead of the rain that will push into Northern Ireland into the afternoon as well. Despite the breeze though, temperatures will be again a degree or so up compared to Saturday. We could see highs of around 18 degrees Celsius in places. So again, if you are sheltered from that breeze, it should feel relatively pleasant. It's into the overnight period where we'll start to see that rain more push into all areas of the UK. First Northern Ireland and then Western Scotland, Northern England, Wales and the southwest. There could be a few heavier bursts possible as this does make its way through. As we move on into Easter Monday, that will be clearing its way off eastern areas first thing. It could linger across areas of the southeast though. Behind that we will see a number of sunny spells but also blustery showers pushing their way in from the west throughout the rest of the day. Some of those showers certainly could be heavy in places with the risk of hail and thunder. And it's this that is signalling a change in our weather pattern to something a bit more unsettled as we head throughout the rest of the week. Certainly it will be quite windy at times, certainly looking like Tuesday night into Wednesday could bring the risk of some gales in places, and temperatures will also be dropping off a bit more compared to what we have seen over the weekend. But you can keep up to date with the full forecast for the forthcoming week by following us on all of our social media channels. If you're watching on YouTube, then make sure to subscribe as well. Otherwise, we'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much there, Jonathan, for the national weather forecast. We'll see what the local weather has in store for us. And there we go. Back to normal. Mild, sunny spells, rainy showers, with Friday looking to be the heaviest rain for us in the coming week. Nothing much changes on the weather front, does it? There we go. Now, turning to what's on. What have we got coming up? Well, at Weymouth Pavilion, we have got the 14th of April, Electric Light Orchestra Experience. 15th of April, The Searchers Thank You Tour. 16th of April, Bobby Davro in the Easter Pantomime, Rapunzel, that's just on for one day. Two shows, a matinee and an evening show. 22nd of April, Slade UK. 27th of April, Giovanni Pernice, Made in Italy, I think that's opera. 28th and 29th of April, Weymouth Cider Festival, and the 4th of May, the complete works of William Shakespeare. Again, something for everyone there at Weymouth Pavilion. Box office online, weymouthpavilion.com, or by telephone 01305 783 225. Now at the Node, the Easter fun continues through to the 16th of April with Easter egg cunts and lots more fun there for the families, and their Coronation Festival is on the 6th to the 8th of May. Turning to church services in Wyke, just one service tomorrow. That's 9:30 at All Saints Church, the Easter service. It's a combined parish service, so there's no earlier service and no service at Lane House tomorrow. Our other programmes tonight, our quiz is on at 7:30. It's an Easter quiz. You're all welcome to join us. The feed goes live about 7:20. Quiz starting promptly at 7:30. And the April version of A Year Gardening with Clive Gray will be broadcast tomorrow at 4 p.m. That's Sunday at 4 p.m. and repeated on Friday at 7 p.m. Turning to traffic and travel, the works on Weymouth Seafront, or just behind Weymouth Seafront, continue. There's a bus replacement service on the trains over the bank holiday weekend between Poole and Bournemouth, and also engineering works between Reading, Andover, Woking and Winchester. Bus replacement service on there over the bank holiday weekend. Best advised to check your entire journey before travelling. That's the advice from the rail operators. Now, advance notice this week that drivers on the A31 are being advised to plan ahead, as Regis Junction will be closed overnight for the next 2 weeks, starting from Tuesday. That's Tuesday the 11th of April. For 2 weeks, there will be night closures to allow works to replace the lighting columns at the junction to improve visibility and safety for all motorists. So that will run from this Tuesday, 11th of April, through to Friday, the 21st of April, from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. nightly. So just be aware, if you're travelling in that direction, there will be diversions in place. Now, other roadworks, the ones on the Gloucester Mews, that was the ones I was thinking about on the seafront. They remain closed to the beginning of May. Also, works continue at the junction of Lane House, Rocks Road and Fremantle Road, currently open and no lights in place other than a temporary pedestrian crossing, but we can expect that traffic lights will be back as they return to do work. Also, roadworks on Quibo Lane and Chickerell Road at the junction with Quibo Lane, and Chickerell Road at the Chickerell end. Wyke Road, Ferndale Road, Fernhill Avenue, Hazeldown Avenue and Littlemore Road, all works that are expecting to have traffic control and cause disruption. Well, that brings us to the end of this week's programme. I hope you have a lovely Easter weekend and bank holiday. Hoping the weather won't be too bad on Monday, although it looks like rain is coming through. Don't forget, if you have any news or stories for us or any events coming up, do drop us a line at news@Wyke Regis TV. We would love to hear from you. We will be back 6 o'clock next Saturday with our regular news programme. Have a great Easter weekend and don't eat too much chocolate. And I'll see you next week. Good night.